Hello everyone, welcome back to 10-minute recaps. Today, we'll be watching the classic 1986 film Top Gun, the prequel to Top Gun Maverick. The film starts with some hostile Russian aircraft flying close to an American aircraft carrier, hoping to scare the Americans. The incredibly talented fighter pilot Tom Cruise, call sign Maverick, and his best friend Goose are sent to defend the aircraft carrier, along with another jet piloted by Cougar. As his name suggests, Maverick does not act like a typical fighter pilot, and he decides to fly upside down above the enemy's plane and show him his middle finger. Because he's busy showboating, Cougar has no one protecting him, and he nearly dies. He's so scared of leaving behind his wife and kids if he dies that he quits the Navy. In the Navy, the most important thing is to follow orders, and the commander is furious that Maverick keeps ignoring his orders and doing dangerous things, but he can't punish it. There's a special flight school called Top Gun for the best pilots that Cougar was supposed to go to, but because he's quit, he needs to send Maverick and Goose instead. The minute they get to Top Gun, Maverick makes enemies with another hotshot, Iceman. Both of them are arrogant about their abilities and supremely confident that they are the best. Their instructor Viper tells them that the best pilot every year will get on a plaque and be remembered forever, something that both Maverick and Iceman want. That night, they go to a bar, and Maverick sets his eyes on the beautiful woman Charlie. He gets rejected by her, but it turns out the next day she's one of his instructors. Even though Charlie normally doesn't date her students, she falls in love with Maverick's charm and flying skill, and they start dating. For the first time, he even takes a girl to meet with Goose's family. It's clear that unlike all the women he normally dates, he genuinely likes Charlie. At school, Maverick and Iceman are locked head to head in the Top Gun rankings. Maverick's flying is brilliant and aggressive, but he often ignores the rules to chase kills and glory. On the other hand, Iceman's flying is less creative, but he always stays calm and follows the rules. Everyone tells Maverick that he needs to be more like Iceman and stop abandoning his wingman to chase for kills. But Maverick doesn't listen. He wants to prove himself as the best pilot in the world, and the rules are stopping him from doing that. The final training exercise comes, and Iceman is 1 point ahead of Maverick and Goose. They need to kill the target to win, but Maverick quickly realizes that Iceman is parking his plane in front of Maverick to stop him from shooting. Maverick tries to go around Iceman, but gets caught in his jet wash and his engines flame out. The plane starts dropping out of the sky, and with no other choice, Maverick and Goose pull the ejection seats. But as they shoot out, Goose hits the canopy and he dies. Maverick can't help but blame himself for Goose's death, and he quits flying. He torments himself over how Goose's young son is now fatherless, and how his wife is a widow. Despite everyone telling him it wasn't his fault, Maverick can't get out of his self-imposed mental prison. This only changes when Viper tells him about his father. The reason Maverick became a pilot was because his father was one as well. He had mysteriously died in a crash over Vietnam, and the army report claimed that he made a mistake. Maverick was even rejected from the Naval Academy before because of his father. It turns out, Viper flew with him. He tells Maverick that his father was a hero who died in a top secret mission saving people, and that if Maverick regains his confidence, he can be even better than his father. His whole life, Maverick has been insecure about his ability, which is partly why he flies in such a crazy way and why he thinks he's responsible for Goose's death. The talk from Viper helps Maverick put his guilt behind him, and he finally goes back to the Top Gun school. Once he's there, he gets immediately deployed to an emergency conflict. All of the training they've been put through is going into real use on the battlefield. They get into a fight with 6 enemy aircraft, and one of their allies gets shot down, leaving Maverick and Iceman in a 2 versus 6. Maverick nearly quits when he flies through a jet wash and gets flashbacks of Goose's death, but he overcomes his fear and doesn't leave Iceman behind. Working together, they manage to kill 4 of the enemies and force the remaining 2 to retreat. When they get back to the ship, Maverick drops Goose's dog tags into the sea. He's finally able to put Goose's death behind him and to overcome the issues he had with acting recklessly. Having brushed past the gates of death together, Iceman and Maverick put aside their conflicts and reconcile, with mutual respect for each other's flying skills. At the end of the movie, Maverick returns to Top Gun to teach as an instructor, and he meets up with Charlie to live happily ever after, or until the events of Top Gun Maverick.